Hi everyone, this is Gian here, and today I'm going to share with you my story with healing athlete's foot. Now, my story isn't the answer, it is merely a path, a perspective on how each one that watches this, who might have athlete's foot or not, or you know someone, to consider these dimensions for yourself, and not the exact specific dimensions that I had to face, but similar. So, it started in 2008, somewhere the end of the year, near the end of the year. I started having, my feet was very sweaty and hot, constantly. I would have socks on, I would have gumboots on, I would wear leather working shoes, and sometimes I'll be barefoot. But my feet was always getting really sweaty really quick, and they were burning, a very hot sensation to them. I didn't think much of this until it started smelling. And I would sit in the lounge, or I would be with other people, and they would be like, "What is that smell?" After I take off my shoes. And people would directly look at me and be like, "Kian, that's an awful smell." So I started thinking that there's something wrong with my feet, because it's now been a couple of weeks and the smell isn't going away, the heat, the burning sensation isn't going away, and there was also crusty things forming, those little crusty parts of my feet. And I started researching, and I discovered that it's a foot problem, athlete's foot. And me having no other knowledge than that, I just kept my feet the way they were. Every single day, wearing shoes, working with shoes on, because I was doing construction work, working a lot, and my feet was just hot all the time, burning all the time. I couldn't wait to get my shoes off. I couldn't wait to get my feet to just not walk or move. And this would go on for weeks on end, where this would be annoying, frustrating. And I would take my shoes off and I would go put them in water. Then Bernard one day suggested that I start putting on some powders and find some things to keep my shoes clean. And I didn't understand why, I didn't want to do it. You know, I was still 18. You know, I didn't think much of it. But I started putting powder in my socks and my shoes. I started washing my feet twice a day. And whenever I could, I would take off my shoes and bake my feet in the sun. That just felt good naturally. And then I also had some salves, creams that I would put on every now and then, just to soothe my feet, because it was burning like hell, and the crustiness that was forming around it was sore, sensitive. And the smell, it stinked a lot. So this continued for about 2 years, where I just lived with this, and I would replace my shoes every few months, because I thought the problem was in the shoes, thinking that what is happening with my feet is because the shoe is wrong. It's not getting enough air, it's not getting enough, it's not tight enough, it's too much movement in my shoes, so there's a lot of friction. And I would go over and over with shoes and socks. I had so many socks. I would try out different socks, buy expensive socks, cheap socks, wool socks, cotton socks. I'll try all kinds of different socks to see what will work for this athlete's foot. I would soak it in water. I would have salt in the water and soak my feet, which would burn sometimes. And I would do all these things for 2 years. Now, I live on the Desteni farm. I had Bernard Pullman, and I had the portal right here. I can ask them anytime, what is this? What's happening with my feet? But I never did, because I was in a point of ego where I thought I can heal this myself. I can take care of this myself, my way. And right here by this door, there's a reason I'm sitting by this door. One day at Horses, I came out of this door and Sunette was standing, the portal was standing right next to me over here. And all I did was I asked Sunette, what's wrong with my feet? And she just looked, and she looked at the point, and obviously she's checking it interdimensionally, where she's looking at all the points, what's involved, and this is specifically probably to my feet with athlete's foot. Because I told her it's athlete's feet, athlete's foot, and I told her the symptoms. I said this is the symptoms. So, after she looked for a bit, she says, okay, Kian, it is you walking in the past. You are walking constantly in the past. You're holding the past against you. You are living in an emotional state of the past, missing the past, wanting the past back, feeling like you are, missing something in the past, like you're missing out. It's as if I'm walking in the past in regrets, in shames, in not moving forward, in an emotional way inside myself. So it's very interesting because at that time when Sunette gave me this information, as you said it, right here, as you said it here by this door, I was like, of course. I just came from my family and them 2 years ago. I just broke off with everyone I knew because they thought I was in a cult and all kinds of weird shit, which makes them weird, right? And everyone just broke off with me and prayed for me and all of these things. So I was facing a lot of past relationship points, a lot of past friends, family, girlfriends, possibilities that could have existed if I didn't choose a certain journey, a certain path in my life. So I was walking every single day on the farm in the past in terms of what if, what could have been, what might have been. And oh my God, when Sunette said that, it just hit me. Shit. This is what I've been living. And my feet, it's been burning. It's a burning. You can't move forward. It's a burning sensation. It's like rotten feet, isn't it? Your feet are rotting. That means you're standing in the old. You're not letting go of the old. It's like having rotten fruit in the fridge and you just keep it there because just maybe. Just maybe you need that fruit. But it's going off. Common sense is telling you throw it away. It's old. Get rid of this rotten fruit. And it's got to do with walking. Walking is always forward, isn't it? It's always moving forward. And it's on your soul. So it's an internal point. It's in your soul, so to say. And that's where it happens, in your toes. Your toes is your balance, how you hold yourself, how you earth yourself, how you ground yourself. And if your whole foot, athlete's foot, which in this case is like a burning sensation, reddish, rash on the skin, bacteria infecting the feet, and it spreads. It spreads into all your clothes, your shoes, your socks, so it's a spreading disease. And this is a reflection of myself, of what was I holding on to inside of myself, in my soul. What was I letting go that is rotting inside of me, that is burning inside of me, that's hurting me, that is uncomfortable to move with every day. And I didn't see it at all initially. It was just my feet is annoying. I didn't even focus on what's happening inside of myself at all, at any point. Until Sunette said those words and she gave me those explanations, it just clicked. So what did I do with the information after Sunette gave it to me? Right here, after I got that information, I took a breath and I was like, oh my God, I need to correct myself. I need to look inside myself. And as I walked towards the gate and I walked to the house, I could see that here, where I am, right now in my life, I haven't yet fully embraced it. I have not yet fully accepted it as where I am. I am here. This is what I'm dealing with. Because in my head, inside of myself, I was still disconnected from the actual environment that I am in. And that's why the soul is hot, it's burning, it's like just above the ground all the time. You're like annoyed, irritated, frustrated, angry. And as I walked back, I was like, I've not yet made here where I am, mine, me, who I am, where I'm expressing from. I was still holding on to a home somewhere else, a family somewhere else, friends somewhere else. And I wasn't fully embracing my environment. I wasn't fully embracing and taking on my environment as mine. I am responsible in this environment. This is my environment where I'm living. And I was still holding on to things from 2, 3, 4 years ago, emotionally. So I had to walk, and it's actually quite simple correction. It's a very simple correction I applied every single day, every single moment. And that was to embrace my environment fully. I looked at the gate and I was like, this gate is my gate. I'm responsible for this gate. Go opening and closing that gate. And I'd walk through the gate. I walked to the kitchen. I said, this kitchen is here. This is my kitchen. I am responsible for this kitchen. I walked to my room. I walked to the horses. These are my animals. I am responsible for these animals. I live with these animals. I had to truly start embracing everything as mine. Not mine as a possession. Mine in terms of I am here, I am responsible. I can respond with my abilities here. And I cannot wait or look for a different time or wish for a different place or time or for something else in the future. And I had to apply self-forgiveness while walking. I would, for example, walk around and say, I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to feel sadness for not going out with that girlfriend in 2007, and what could the possibilities have been, and where could I have been with her now, and what kind of life could we have been living now. And imagine I had a job in the system, I could just work like everyone else, and I could have a family, and I could have, just a regular house, and I could just do regular stuff like everyone else. Those are the small moments of where you are in fact not here. You're somewhere else, and you don't even know that that is happening inside of you as a wish, as a dream, as a desire, as a want. But it's so strong in a way, and we deny it so badly that it takes on a form of burning us under our feet. Burning your feet, creating basically rot on your feet and stinking feet. And it's like you're actually a walking zombie because you're not here fully embracing your environment. So this is what I had to correct every single day, every single moment. I had to embrace that tree over there. My tree. I'm responsible for that tree. I water that tree. I'm just here floating around. This is not where I'm supposed to be. Or maybe there's a better future ahead for me. Maybe there's some other life I need to live. Maybe I need to go do something somewhere else. What if I'm in the wrong place? What if this is not what I'm supposed to do? And all of these emotional points create an energy inside of me that I was walking in every day without being aware of it. So I had to literally every single day trace every moment to see what emotional state am I in now, and to remove that emotional state with self-forgiveness and with corrective application, which is commitments that you live in the moment. So I would take simple things like cooking. I'm cooking now today for 26 people. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm responsible here. This is what I'm here. This is me. This is my life. This is what I'm living. And this is what is here. I'm just cooking now temporary for 27 people. And maybe someday my life's gonna change, or maybe there's a better future or a worse future. It depends on what your emotional state is in the background. It's the whole time running in the background. So those are the points that I had to look at with athlete's foot. Within 2 weeks, after standing here and talking to Sunette, and she gave me those points. As you know, at Destiny we say, you are responsible, I am responsible. The path is shown, the knowledge information is given, but we need to walk further. We're not being spoon-fed. I didn't have 20 sessions with the portal, you know. Yes, you know, like, I didn't have more support than what anyone else can get at EQAF, at all. And EQAF I listen to all the time. It's the same thing. You get that information, you apply it, you live it. Otherwise there's no point. Sometimes, yes, some of the information from the interviews, they are literally just for information to clarify points, so you can see points. But if you're looking for physical support and help, EQAF is the place. But you have to listen to it. You have to have your realization, and you have to freaking apply it now. You know, you can't wait, oh, maybe next week, oh, maybe tomorrow. You know? No, you apply it now. Right now. I got this information from Sunette right here at this door. I realized the point, and I lived it. I don't know how, there's no set way, but I do have every single tool necessary that I support myself with. Writing, self-forgiveness, the forums, talking to people, reaching out to a buddy, you know. Everything is here, but I didn't get special attention. I had to be 100% responsible for walking this journey with my athlete's foot. I had to do the writing, I had to do self-forgiveness, I had to live the corrective application. And 2 weeks later, athlete's foot is gone. Because I removed the thoughts, the feelings and the emotions on a subconscious level. Not a conscious. Conscious thinking is a distraction. I removed the points that was moving me in the background. The points that I wasn't even looking at really. I was having a thought every now and then, I felt it every now and then, but then I just put it aside, ignore it, and I didn't realize that that is actually with me all the time. And that creates physical consequence. So I had to remove the emotional body that I was walking with, specifically in walking in the past. Okay, what did that mean to me in that moment? Walking in the past. I saw it. I wasn't fully here on the farm, on the property. I wasn't fully participating, giving my all, because I believe there's something else waiting still for me. I believe there's still a different path that's coming for me. So I'm just here temporarily. And that really fucked with me. That fucks with most people, believing we're just here temporarily. So we don't give our full, we don't give our all. We wait for something else, something better, something new, something exciting, something that's gonna be mind-blowing better than what you have right here. But if we embrace what we have right here, and we live in the physical, these things, life opens up in many, many different ways. So that's what I had to do for myself with athlete's foot. I have to trace every single action, every single day, every activity, and I had to recheck myself, specifically within removing the points of walking in the past and not being here fully aware. Alright guys, I hope that helped and explained a little bit of my athlete's foot. And I haven't had any sign of athlete's foot in the past 5 years, ever since I stopped it. So yeah, I must say, it's quite an effective method. And while I walked my personal inner journey, which has an obvious, in fact, external physical effect, I didn't stop. I continued washing my feet. I continued putting the powders on. I continued supporting myself until just one day I was like, my feet aren't burning. They're not hot. They're not red. Oh shit. That's awesome. And I did support my feet while walking the internal process. One and equal. Internal, external. But I had to remove it 100%. Whatever was bothering me inside that I wasn't aware of. It's what I was walking as. Not as thoughts. I was walking as it. That's why it's as the feet, as the soul, as the toes, the stability, the movement, the grounding. And I had to really get those points going for myself. And yeah, that was pretty cool. So if you have athlete's foot, I would suggest checking out the physical indications of what it means. And depending on your age, you're probably gonna have to go far back to see where you accepted out something in your life. Do not embrace your life fully here, still walking in the past. You know, use these as reference points for yourself. I'm not saying this is in fact how it's going to be for yourself. Some people might have some diet problems they have to work on. You know, but your diet problem is again and comes from an internal point. How you eat is internally how you feel. Isn't that what people say? You know, so everything is internal check. And when you change internal, you change external. And sometimes you have to change both at the same time. That's what I did for my athlete's foot. I changed both at the same time. I didn't do anything special or unique, just my daily activities, it's already here, and I changed who I was within it. And I forgave and corrected the emotional state that I accepted and allowed myself to walk as and to live as, which was in unawareness. So yeah, athlete's foot. Me and this door. Sunet's standing right here. I was standing over here. And that's where it happened. Thank you very much, Sunet, the portal. I hope the world realizes what they have, a freaking portal. And yeah, celebrities are more famous. What a waste of space. We need to get the portal out there to support millions more people. Thank you very much, everyone. Please spread the message. And let's get healing. Let's get understanding. Let's get perspective that matters into the world. I have more stories to share like this, and I will do so. I already shared one about my warts that I healed as well. I will upload that one onto YouTube as well. This is a 21-minute video, so I hope you watched all of it. Thank you very much. And thank you, Equaf, Portal, Sunet. I don't know how I would have lived with athlete's foot till today, but I've walked through the points.